Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. What I'm making today is a delicious bun of sour cream bread. Now this is a recipe inspired by one of my really good friends. She used to make it for me all the time when we visit her. Now I got her recipe and it is so tasty. And one of the main ingredients is sour cream. So if this recipe interests you and you like to know how to make it, stick around and let's get started. Now these here is our basic ingredients, of course. We got our sour cream, sea salt, egg, yeast, sugar, milk. We got some water, butter and oil on this one. And I'm using white flour. I'm using 5.5 cups. I got 5 cups in this bowl. I got a half a cup here off to the side for bringing it all together. You could use all-purpose white, all-purpose wheat, a mix of both, or you can use gluten-free flour, whatever is your favorite. So now I'm going to put this, I'm going to work this with my mixer today. I'm going to tell you how much as we go. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to toss in 5 cups of my all-purpose white flour. Now, if you're doing it by hand, you're still going to do it this same way. Put your flour in the bowl, make a little hole in the middle of your flour, and then we'll start adding in there some wet ingredients. And one of those, what we got to do first is proof our yeast. So we're going to be using a cup of water, and we're just going to use a warm water, lukewarm water to touch. We'll do that first. Okay, so we got a half a cup of warm water, and it's warm to touch, so if you put your finger in there and it's just warm, not hot. And 2 tablespoonfuls of, I'm using white sugar, but you can use sugar of choice. You're just going to stir it just to get it dissolved in that warm water. And we're going to be using there 2¼ teaspoonfuls of traditional yeast or fast rising yeast, and we're just going to let that proof for about 5 minutes. I'm going to be tossing in the flour 1 teaspoonful of sea salt. You can also use a salt of choice. I'm going to make this all there again. I should have tossed it in there before. Now what I'm going to do is toss in 1/4 cup of oil, and I'm using a canola oil. You could use vegetable oil as well. 1/4 cup of butter. You can also use margarine, and that's melted butter. And we're going to be putting in there a half a cup of lukewarm milk. You can warm it in the microwave or on the stove top. And of course our main ingredient being 1 cup of sour cream, and that's 250 mils. Just toss it on in. So I'm going to be using my hook for this, or you could use your wooden spoon. Of course I got lots of breads there showing you how to make bread with just using your hand and a wooden spoon. So I'm just going to turn this on lightly just to get the wet ingredients starting to go into the dried ingredients, and then we'll add our yeast. So after your yeast is proofed, just toss it on into the mixture, trying to get all of the liquid. If you need to use a small amount more of liquid, that's fine, but I'll show you what the consistency of this flour and dough mixture should be. So I'm going to turn it on again. So I'm going to crack a large egg into a bowl and just mix it lightly like this, and then toss that on into the mixture as well. And then I'm going to turn my blender back on. So pretty much all I'm doing there now is the same as what you would with a wooden spoon, is just bring it all into the center. This is why I put the wet ingredients in the center, and it'll take all of the dry ingredients in with it. As we do that, I'll show you what the texture will be when it's all pulled in, and then if we need to add in a small amount of warm water, we can, because I may end up rinsing out my yeast bowl anyway. So I'm going to turn the blender on again. You can see the texture there is a little wet and of course coming together. I got about a tablespoonful here of warm water that I'm going to toss in just to rinse out that container. I'm going to put down my hook again, bring all of that in, and then after I'm going to work it with my hand, but I'll show you that stage. So what I'm going to do now is take my bowl off, take this out, and then take the bowl off. A little bit of difficulty. This is what the dough looks like right now, and now I'm going to work it with my hand. So I'm just going to toss a bit of flour onto my counter. Now we got a half of a cup of flour off to the side. That's if you would need it to bring it together. Not always the case, because like you said, when you're mixing it with your hand, maybe with a mixer is a little different. It brings it together faster. So pretty much now all I'm going to do is knead it in. So it was about 3 minutes mixing it in the mixer, and now a couple of minutes just to bring it all together. So the soft is very soft and elastic feeling to it. So that's what you want. And adding in that just that tablespoonful of warm water could bring it together, and you may not need it. If you're mixing it with your hand, if you need more, that's fine. So we're pretty much just going to be kneading this for a couple of minutes. Just to bring it together into a nice firm ball. That's all. So I'm just going to flatten it one more time just to make sure everything is mixed in together, and form it back into that nice round ball. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to be letting this rise in my cast iron pan. As well, I'm going to be baking it in the cast iron pan. So what we'll do is just put it over into the pan first and make it nice and firm there. And then I'm going to put some butter over the top and oil it all around. And of course my pan is always oiled because I keep it that way after I use it. Get it cleaned and then use it. So now all I'm doing here now, I'm going to make the sign of cross, of course, on my bread. I do that with all of my breads. And then put a little bit of a cross in the top just to open up the bread. And now I'll tell you how long to let it rise for. Now you can do one of two things. You can cover this with a nice cloth and put it in the sunny area in your kitchen and let it rise for 30 minutes. Or you can turn on the light in your oven and put it inside the oven for about 30 minutes just with the light on until we're ready to do the next stage. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave it uncovered, putting it in the oven just with the light for 30 minutes, and then after I'll show you what it looks like when it's risen. So after your dough have risen for 30 minutes, turn on your oven to preheat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then put your bread in there for 1 hour or until the internal temperature is anywhere from 190 and a little bit more. So I'll show you what that looks like when mine is baked. Our sour cream bread is baked. I'm going to show you a little closer, show you what it looks like. Now just look at our delicious bread. Now if you want to keep the crust hard like this, you can, or you could take some butter and put over the top and then soften it up this way. So what you would do then is cover it with a cloth for about 5 minutes. And then what I'm going to do is show you the one I got down here in advance. Now Just look at what this delicious bread is going to look like. And then if you want it to go soft, there it is. Look at the color, all the pockets, and so easy to cut. You can cut it in chunks, or like my friend, she used to cut it in chunks. And I like cutting it in slices like this, and that way I can put it into my toaster. I just take it then and cut it in half like this, and then I can put it into my toaster and toast it. But just look, isn't that ever delicious? I'm going to have a little taste, and I'm going to show you the other one as well. Of course, I got to pour myself a cup of tea, because this bread, any bread to me, it's worthy of a cup of tea with it. So pretty much a couple of minutes, that's all you need to soften up the top. And as you can see now, it's nice and soft. But if you wanted to have that hard crust that's just going to crumble and it's so tasty, you can do that as well. Absolutely delicious. I'm not going to cut into this one here. This is one we done this morning, and it's now just settled really nice where you can cut it. As much as I'd like to cut into that one there, I'm going to let it rest for just a little bit longer. I got some blueberry jam here on this piece of bread, and I like having it as well with some cheese and, you know, some fruit. But this is it. So good. The tenderness of the bread, the flavor. Of course, you can't tell sour cream, but it's a different texture. And then it's got the egg. So delicious.
You're going to say it's as good as it gets.
As good as it gets. Just 2 thumbs up. I can't wait for you to make it. Like I said, every time we visit our friend, she would have this bread waiting for us and a pot of tea steeped. And trust me when I say, it would be all gone by the time we would leave that night. 2 thumbs up. I can't wait.
Will it be okay if I get the toaster out now? Because I can picture just a little slice of that down in the toaster.
Toaster with a nice bit of butter put over it. You can, Raymond, you know.
Okay.
That's the way you want yours. So delicious. And for those of you it's saying, I don't have a cast iron frying pan, no worries. You can put it in a regular bread pan. You can put this separated, make 2 loaves of bread in a regular pan, or you can put it in a deep dish pie pan. It's fine. If you want it this shape, or if you want it regular shape like we would our traditional bread, it is totally fine. What I'm going to do as well is leave you this recipe in under this video, and it's either a C more or an arrow pointing down. If you can't find it there, you can also send me a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com. Another sip of my tea. You can also visit us on our website, www.bonitaskitchen.com, or visit us on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear how you enjoyed our bread, if you made it, or if you made similar bread like this before. Share those tips with us. Okay, Raymond have convinced me. I'm going to cut this loaf of bread here so that you can see what it looks like. Come in a little closer and let's show you. Okay, it is really too hot to touch. My kids are saying, Mom, are you really? You wouldn't even do that for us. Why are you cutting this bread? Oh my gosh. I need for you to see the steam, and I need for you to see the inside of this hot bread. And then when you put the butter over it, and now you can see yourself having this slice and just sitting down with a nice cup of tea. That's it. As good as it gets.
I got the toaster already plugged in, so.
Oh yeah, you're going to get one of the ones over there for sure. I hope you enjoyed the steam coming out of our nice bun of bread there. And I hope you can't wait to make yours. So anyway, we're not going to take any more of your time. We know it's precious. We're going to thank each and every one of you for stopping by today. Of course, Raymond is going to get the toaster, and I'm going to finish mine to get that nice spread of blueberry jam on there. So on behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, you have a wonderful day.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen.